All right, man. The biggest mistakes people make when they thinking about vacationing in Costa Rica. We're going to be talking to an expert about this. He knows some mistakes people make, and we're going to get to it in about 45 seconds. Guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency. So go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com, fill out the 4-minute form. We'll give you the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Just real quick, I want to tell you something. I have 2 videos. I'm going to put links in the description. I have arguably the best Costa Rica travel tip video out there. It's 35 minutes long, a little long, but if you know nothing about Costa Rica, but you're coming here, this will tell you everything. Your family would be like, how do you know all this? It's the best travel tip video. You won't have to look anywhere else, and you'll be prepared when you come here. So I'm going to put that link, and then I'm going to put another link to rental cars, because that's an issue down here. I'm not going to explain it here. Actually, we are going to get into that a little bit. So anyway, 2 videos, links in the description. Okay, man, this is Jairo. Now, he is my rental car guy, man. So when you guys want a rental car and you want honesty, transparency, because it is a problem here. Scams are here. That's not him. So I've sent hundreds of people to Jairo, glowing reviews.
I guess
again, it can be an issue here. You do not want to start your vacation off in the wrong way. And actually, this is going to come up in our conversation because it's a thing. So anyway, this is Jairo, and if you want to see a rental car video about the scams and all that specifically, I'll also put that link in the description.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, Jairo, thanks,
Michael.
So let's talk. Actually, we're going to keep going with the rental car thing. So let's talk about one. We're going to be talking about the biggest mistakes people make.
Well, it happened to you when you came here.
It did. So let's talk. This is just the first one. We'll get it out the way. So we book a car. We came out here 21 years ago to vacation for 2 weeks. We get out the airport. We go pick up the car. The price is not the price. It changed. We thought we had it. This is it. No, it wasn't. Guess what? We knew they were ripping us off. They knew they were ripping us off. They knew that we knew. What were we going to do? We're in another country. I walked out. I actually walked out, went next door to another rental car company, and obviously they're all, right there. And it was even more. We went back with our tail between our legs, had to rent the car, because what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What am I, prove a point?
Yeah.
No, we paid more. The price wasn't the price. And the problem with that is, some people are traveling on a budget, and all of a sudden they're taking freaking $2,000 off of some deposit, and you're like, wait a minute, whoa, what happened? And you start your vacation off sad.
Yeah,
like frustrated.
You know how I travel when I get out? I say, walking marketing, it's marketing. So when I travel away Costa Rica, I have my hat on that says Car Rental Costa Rica in USA, and I have my T-shirt and everything. So I get on the plane, I sit next to this couple, they look at my hat and they say, hey, is that a car rental? I say, yeah, I own a car rental here in Costa Rica. And they say, how much is your prices? So I give them an estimate, and they're like, whoa, that's cheap. And I'm like, yeah, it's low season right now. And I say, why? They say, we just came here for a week, and we booked on like $300. And then when we got here, they told us we have to pay an extra $400 for insurance. And we were like, what? And then they told them that if they didn't wanted to pay for extra insurance, they have to leave. Listen to this amount: $3,000 deposit.
Yeah, and what are you going to do? You're in another country.
They pay the extra $400.
Yeah, it's like I kind of did, and I was pissed, man. But I couldn't do anything about it.
That's not right.
And again, you don't want to start your vacation off on the wrong foot, man. It just kind of puts a damper on you. Get off the plane, you're excited, and you're getting ripped off right out the gate. Right out the gate. So that's number one. I would say number 2 would be that people don't do any research of any kind.
I don't understand. I've been on planes coming back to Costa Rica, and people don't have cars booked, hotels booked, transfer books. They don't know where they're staying. How do you travel like that?
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking or what they. I don't know what they're thinking, because even. Again, that's why I mentioned my travel trip. Let's say you don't know anything. I got it again. It's 35 minutes long. It's kind of long, but it
gives you all the bullets.
It hits every little thing you need to know. You're going to be very well prepared. But a lot of people don't, and it's like, damn. And so when things happen to them, guess who they blame?
Yeah,
they go, "Oh, Costa Rica, man,
yeah.
They rip you off." Well, that's because you didn't. You were not. You a professional. Yeah. You didn't do your homework. You didn't look at the rental car thing, or you didn't get the guide. You know that kind of thing.
Talk to an expert, man. Like if you're coming to Costa Rica, talk to a guy like Michael. Or if you want to do it yourself by going online,
which you can do.
Go to trusted places. Go to Airbnb that you know that you pay whatever amount might be expensive, but you know that you will pay the exact amount. So go to trusted sites. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that people do is come to Costa Rica and don't have an itinerary. Costa Rica, it's a small country, but with a lot of places to visit and to go.
Right, and again, we talked about this earlier, but I think that another problem is honey, look at it. It's a small country. It looks like the size of West Virginia. So we're going to be there 7 days, honey, and we can go to Tamarindo, La Fortuna, Puerto Viejo.
Can't do it.
And again, you will be seeing Costa Rica through a car window. Just because it looks like, oh my God, it's only like an hour away. No, it's not.
You know what? I have picked up customers to drive them all the way to Dominical or to Ubita. And the drive along, like if I'm just driving, it shouldn't be more than 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Me picking up the customers, it takes us almost 6. And I'll tell you why. Because I picked them up at the airport. I stopped them at Orotina for fruits. Then I stopped them at Tarcoles to watch the crocodiles. Mm-hmm. Then I stopped in Ajaco for lunch or dinner or drinks or whatever. And then we end up going to Ubita at the end. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to enjoy the country, you just arrive and you spend 6 hours because now you're knowing Costa Rica. If you're going fast, you'll be there in 3 hours and you'll be checking out Costa Rica through the window, like you just said.
And I think the itinerary is important because there's so many things to do. We were talking again earlier about, so if you like ocean stuff, if you want to be on the water, we have all those places. Now, some people like me like the jungle stuff. So that's Fortuna or Monteverde or something. And you haven't even looked, you're like, let's just, it sounds cool when you go, hey, we're just gonna go there and wing it, Jairo. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah, it's not like that. Like for example, right now we're in La Fortuna. And if it was me, I would want to do ATVs, but the dirty ATVs, the ones that go to the river and the ones that go to the jungle. So that will take you about 3 to 4 hours. So your morning is gone. In the afternoon, I'll probably want to go to the lake and do, paddling or jet skiing through the lake and stuff.
Well, if you can do fishing, there's
your afternoon is gone. So one day is already gone in La Fortuna. And you only did 2 things. And you have plenty of things to do at La Fortuna. Right. So to really enjoy La Fortuna, you need about 2 to 3 days.
We recommend 2 to 3 nights. Yeah.
2 to 3 nights. Okay. So let's say you're coming for a 7-day vacation. 3 nights are already gone in just one place.
Right. Yes, exactly. The other thing I don't like is, I get tired of this, and it is true, but it doesn't have to be true. I get tired of going, Costa Rica is so expensive. Yes, it can be. And you know why it's expensive? Because you go to the restaurant that all tourists go to and the high prices are there. Yeah. So if you would have went 5 minutes this way, I could get that dinner for you cheaper. But you go, and then you go home because you didn't do any homework and you go, it's so expensive. Yes, it can be. That is a true statement. You know what? There's a place
in Chachagua.
So
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yes.
Chachagua is 10 minutes from La Fortuna.
Yeah, and everyone goes, I want to see the culture. If you want to see the culture, why are you going to a tourist restaurant?
Don't do it.
So we have nice restaurants. I'm not saying they're not nice, but I'm saying you're paying top dollar. You're a tourist. They're never going to see you again, and their prices are higher. It's just, that's the way of the world anywhere you visit, but you don't have to do that. There's a place... where we happen to be at a relocation retreat, and we have one night we're going to go out to a local bar. It's called Chicha's. Beers are 1,000 colones. 1,000 colones is equal to about $2. Now, if you went to a restaurant in the middle of town, it's going to be 2,000 colones, $4 for a beer. Yeah. This place has 1,000. Oh, beers are expensive. $2. Yeah, and if you would have went 2 more minutes down the road, I could get you those beers. You know what I mean? So I get it. It is expensive. But if you just, there's ways. There's ways.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to know where to go. And that's what we're saying. Do your homework.
And I would say the other thing is kind of on this expensive thing. It is also true. We have a tourist season, all right, where it's high. And that is from December 1st to the end of March. Well, guess what? Guess what Costa Rica does even during that time?
Even April. If Semana Santa drops in April.
Okay, true. So let's say December to April. Yeah. Guess when they raise the prices?
High season.
High season. And guess what? Costa Rica is just as beautiful in freaking May. Yep. So instead of going, honey, let's go for our Christmas. Yeah, you're going to pay top dollar. So go off season. Places are, it's not obviously less crowded. It's going to be cheaper because they're not making a whole lot of money. They're willing to maybe do a little bit more bargaining on that Airbnb or whatever, whatever, a tour or something is going to be cheaper. So I would say even that kind of tip, if you're coming peak season, man, you're going to pay for it because a lot of people come here and they don't care. And if I don't know, they just, okay, and you're going to charge
right
more.
Now, we're recording this video on November 6th, 2024. It should be ready, according to experts. Yeah. Look at the weather out here, man. We're watching the Volcano Arenal. It's just gorgeous.
It's been
so, like you just said, the country is beautiful 365 days around the year,
Yeah, the other thing they do is they forget to back up their passport. Take people, whether it gets stolen or lost, you got to get a picture of your passport, some sort of take a picture, email it to yourself or something. Ooh. So you can use it in case. Now you can go to the embassy and get an emergency passport, but it's just easier if you can show something and go, hey, this is what happened. This got lost.
Yeah. There's a great tip I want to give everybody. And a lot of people is going to think, when you pay here in Costa Rica, I'll say 98% of the places have credit card, debit card machines, and even Apple Pay. So, or phone pay if you don't have an Apple Pay. Like me personally, I do not handle my card to anybody. I pay for my phone, or if I have to go pay directly at the counter, I'll go there. So my tip is this: pay as much as you can with your credit card or debit card so that your bank will do the rate exchange. Don't go crazy and take out $1,000.
This is a huge tip, man. This is a huge. He's right. You're going to thank him.
Yeah.
Always paying colones, which is the local thing, but he's right, the card, because they will, unfortunately, people take advantage. They know you probably don't know the money system, and they look at the money and it looks like monopoly money. And so to stop all that, because the rates can be different. Yeah. You go to a grocery store and you're like, what's the rate? It's
700 colones.
It's big time in their favor is what it is. So you always want to pay with the local.
Always pay with a card. And don't go crazy withdrawing $1,000 colones so you can have colones instead of dollars. No, my advice, what I tell my customers at the car rental is withdraw $100 in colones, because most likely you're not even going to spend it at all. And because you pay everything with the credit card or the debit card, and the colones, you use it to give it to the watchman, or, if you stop by fruits and then have the machine, you buy a banana or an apple or a coconut, you pay with the colones. But like I said, 97% of the places will take credit card or debit cards.
And the other thing to follow, when you get off the plane, you do not need to exchange your money. You're gonna get a shitty rate, and B, you don't even have to do it. No. You do not have to do it.
Withdraw from the ATM. Withdraw 50,000 colones is about an equal to $100.
Yes.
And don't go to the rate exchange place. Withdraw it from the ATM here in Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's a hot tip, because
it is.
Because people don't understand that.
And I'm telling you, you withdraw $100 in colones, I guarantee you will not spend that 50,000 colones here if you pay everything in credit card.
But see, some people think they're slick and they go, yes, but I know the exchange rate. So when you go up to the bar and
let you pay handle.
No, they go up to the bar and they're paying their beer and they go, no, the exchange rate is right here. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. It's whatever they freaking say.
Whatever they want.
And you're like, you're ripping me off, and they go, yeah, I don't know. My boss said that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's a extremely hot tip.
Yes, that's one of the big ones that I can advise you. And the other one, related to car rentals or to pretty much anything, book in advance. If you have plane tickets and you know that you're coming to Costa Rica from January 15 to February the 3rd, book in advance. Your car rental, your hotel, your Airbnb. Probably not the tours, because with the tours, you can kind of...
you can kind of do them at your own
and at the same place. Like you're coming to La Fortuna, you can just go to a tour place and you can just say, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that.
We can also go to travelcostaricanow.com
and get them all right away. But my advice is, as soon as you have plane tickets, contact this guy. Mm-hmm. I know he's getting a new service, very luxury, very privately, and he will have a video on that later.
Yeah, right? We will. I want to also talk a little bit about, I used to actually tell people not to bring kids here. I used to say that a lot of years ago. No, I did. I go because it wasn't, because before it really wasn't equipped. Okay, let's say the kid doesn't, they don't, the waterfall's not moving them. The sunset's not moving them. Yeah. The jungle-y thing isn't their thing. Uh-huh. And there wasn't, I used to kind of say, man, it's really not a kid place in a sense. No.
Back in the day.
Now I don't say that, but I'm just saying, if you are bringing family, you might want to consider the places you're going, the hotels you're looking at, and so your kid can also have a good experience, because you know how they are today. Daddy, I'm bored. Yeah. Bored. I know there's a pool. I don't know.
Now you have to plan your trip according to your needs.
Yeah. So it's just a consideration if you have kids, young kids or something. Look at where you're going. Look at the hotels you're booking. Is it going to be? So you are having a good experience, but you want your kids to have a good experience too. So, and then a lot of kids love the reptiles. I want to see a frog, Daddy. So those kids are going to be great. But there's also a lot of kids that just scroll on their phone all day and don't have a life like that. So
they're coming to Costa Rica. It's
boring here. This is boring.
It's not at all.
It's boring.
Costa Rica has it all for every age. So.
I want to throw this out there just because I don't even know if this is a tip. Actually, it's in my tip video. Riptides happen here. And there's not always lifeguards on the beaches, but riptides kill people. A lot of people here. Yeah. Not a friend, but kind of an acquaintance 2 years back. Her kids watched her die in a riptide. Oh. So if you guys don't know, if you get caught in a riptide, you go parallel to the beach. You don't try to swim in. You're not going to beat Mother Nature and her wave. So you got to try to chill, try to breathe a little bit, and go parallel or float until you can get in or somebody sees you. But what you don't want to do is try to fight into the beach. You're going to wear yourself out in like 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. And it's a thing here. So make sure wherever you're going in Costa Rica, whatever beaches you're going to see, Google it or whatever, and make sure, okay, are there riptides there? Because there's so many beaches here. There are beaches that are great for swimming, not a problem. Yep. But there are places, maybe I shouldn't say this. The first time me and D'Angelo came here was vacation. We went down to Manuel Antonio, and there was a guy over there on the beach covered in a yellow tarp that had died from a riptide, and they were just waiting to pick him up. So again, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not sure if it's a tip or whatever, but riptides are real here, and they don't like to talk about them too much. So
can I say one more that I don't know if it fits into it? Don't fall in love with a.
Oh my God! I was gonna.
Don't fall in love with a woman from the night. To say it nicely?
No, don't marry a hooker. I mean, okay, so here's the problem. So you're coming down here on vacation. So you're probably doing, maybe you want to let loose.
That's okay.
And you're meeting people or whatever. This is not real, So prostitution is legal here. fine.
And they're gorgeous. They're beautiful.
Yeah, that's not an issue. But,
oh my God.
But they know how it all works. And if you find yourself falling in love, or you're like, oh my God, I feel a connection, come over to me so I can do this.
Yeah, don't marry her, man. Because they say, oh, I'm running low to pay my rent.
And my grandmother's going to.
Oh, my mom's sick. My kid. I mean, their school just starting now. I can buy.
You know, people right now. People are laughing, going, "Mike, that's ridiculous. No, that's commonsensical." I'm telling you, I've lived here 19 years.
How many guys you met?
I could do a whole video for an hour and tell you story after story where the guy my age thinks that girl loves him. And you're like going, Mike, come on. No, seriously. So anyway, remember what you're doing. Have fun. Great. Enjoy. Have fun, I would say. But he is totally right, and it does happen. That's why we're mentioning it. If it didn't happen, we wouldn't tell you. You know, right? Anything else?
I think that's it.
No, there's got to be some more tips.
We're having a good time. We're having a couple of beers. I always love making videos with you, man. We have fun.
We do. Wait, are we missing anything? I mean, because we gotta make sure we're thorough. So
showing all the don't do things when you move to Costa Rica. Well, one advice I want to share out there, like if you're thinking of moving to Costa Rica, since we're at the retreat, get a lawyer. Lawyer up if you're buying a car, if you're buying a house, if you're doing anything like legal, open up a company or anything. Lawyer up. Don't trust I love what you say. Don't trust people that speak your own language.
Yeah, actually, I want to say two things. You're reminding me. Vacationing here is not living here. And what happens is you're having such a great time. You know, it's a beautiful country, beautiful people, having fun. That is not living here. Do not buy property while you're here. Don't go, oh my God, I love it so much. I'm going to come back. Let me go to the real estate office and buy a place on the beach, because no, please, you're clouded. It's living here and traveling here are two completely different things. So you're having fun. Don't make stupid decisions. Don't marry the hooker and don't buy the house. And what he was kind of alluding to, just because you go up to the bar and you're talking to that gringo. He's lived here 20 years. He's talking to you and you're talking to him about like business or something. Mm-hmm. Dude, the gringo will rip you off just as much as anybody else. Just because they speak your language doesn't mean they're your friend. Be leery of that. Again, that kind of happens too because the guy's cool. That dude is always freaking cool. He might even buy you a beer. Where are you from, man? Where are you from? Oh, really? I got family there. That's so cool. And then all of a sudden you start talking. I got this idea. Do you like Costa Rica? Having fun? Hey, maybe you want to invest in it. You want to invest in this thing I'm doing? Again, you're laughing, but it happens. It happens.
It has happened. Like Mike said before, we talk about it because
it happens.
Something that happens.
Anyway, guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to remember a bunch of things after I turn this video off, and I guarantee me and Jairo will have a part 2 about mistakes people make. Anyway, Jairo, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm Michael Lau, TravelCostaRica.now.com. Videos are going to pop up, my videos. So if you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, again, always do your homework and research. And if it's Costa Rica, Jairo, I'm going to tell them to go to my videos, man. Just saying.
They're the best. You can find all type of information over there.
All right, man. Ciao.